Okay, so Anthony Cummings mentioned doing a short little introduction for the Historical Ninjutsu Research Group as a video. So I'm going to go ahead and do my video. Well, I'm Ron Collins, duh. A lot of you've pretty much seen videos I've put up on ninjutsu and a number of other different things. My interest in ninjutsu is kind of an interesting little thing. I've always, ever since I was a kid, I always had a thing for the action heroes, Rambo and Chuck Norris and everything else. Martial arts was always cool. I grew up around martial arts. Started learning karate when I was like 2.5, 3, and so for me, the whole ninja martial arts thing was really cool. But I've always had this interest in spies and espionage. That's kind of weird. Um, because I was always more interested in the stealth and the survival and the evasion and stuff like that that's associated with ninjutsu that really hasn't been put out there really big in Hollywood, in the movies. Usually when it comes to ninja movies, it's just guys jumping around in black pajamas swinging swords. And you can learn to punch and kick and grapple anywhere. In fact, there's some styles that are probably better for it than what's being passed around as ninjutsu. So when it comes down to is my interest in ninjutsu. Like I said, I always had an interest in espionage and tactics and spies and stuff like that. And for example, I mentioned Rambo. My favorite Rambo movie was the very first one. The best Rambo movie was the very first one, because it wasn't just him jumping up with a machine gun at his hip and spraying and killing millions of people like some really bad '80s action movie. He was actually employing tactics and stealth and training and survival. And that was what always that's what I always found to be really awesome. And that's what really created the Rambo franchise. But I'm digressing here. When you get into ninjutsu, to me, ninjutsu should incorporate the same amount of tactics. You should be able to go out into the woods with a knife, and if you don't have a knife, be able to make a knife out of wood and rocks, and take care of yourself. Because as a spy, as an espionage agent, you would be put in a situation that if you had to escape and evade an enemy, you might not have any gear. So, the espionage stuff has always been a thing that really intrigued me. And through Anthony's research with the historical ninjutsu research team and the stuff we're doing on the historical ninjutsu Facebook group, discussing things, getting information out there, and actually creating working examples of things that's from the manuals, we're actually getting a good look at like low tech but highly effective espionage techniques and equipment for your scouts and your spies and your espionage agents. And to me, that right there is what real ninjutsu is.